Hello, and today we want to put in a charging point so we don't have to pull our seat out every time we charge the battery.
You're watching Koda Rider.
Well, it's a stinking hot day today. A typhoon came through last night and now it is so hot. In Japanese we say it's mushiatsui, or it's hot and humid. They also say it's jimmy. So today we want to put an external charging point on this black VMAX so that we can charge it anytime we want, really easy, because the batteries are hidden underneath the seat and it's a pain to pull it out. Now on my 1985, I've got one down here. This is my little charging point that I use to charge my battery, and I just tuck it away in there. But we're going to do this one a little bit different. We're going to have it underneath the seat here, so I just flip this part forward and it'll be in here to pull out and charge. So first thing I've got to do, pull off this seat again. I hope it's the last time. We'll pull off both, expose our battery and connect up our cables. Let's get into it. Okay, now that we've got the seats off, let me explain what we're going to do. We're going to connect a wire to our positive side of our battery, another wire to the negative side of our battery. We're going to run them up along here, along the frame, tie them in, and we're going to make this plug sit up here under the rear seat that can come out easily like this. Now on this, the wire will go in and it'll join up to the two plugs inside. Then I've got the matching plug that'll come from the battery charger that'll plug into that whenever we want to charge our battery. And we'll be putting an inline fuse so that it's completely safe and you don't have to worry about anything. Okay, so I've got my two wires. My positive is the red one, my negative is the black, and I've stripped the end off to put my connectors that will go to the battery on. Now this wire, I'm using this one because it's 20 amp wire, and I'm using 20 amp because my battery charger, its maximum charge is 10 amp. So of course, if you have a thick wire, your current and your charge will go through better and you'll charge your battery better. So don't use too thin a wire. You just can't get enough current through to charge. So I've got 20 amp wire. So it's simple. I've stripped the end. There we go. So now let's connect them up to the battery, and we'll pull them all the way up to the top where we're going to put our other connector on, and we're also going to put an inline fuse in the red line. When we're connecting wires like we are today, we want to connect to our positive and to our negative. Before you muck around with your positive wire, disconnect your negative wire on your battery, and then you're sure not to get any shorts or start a fire. You're safe. So just pull that cable out of the way. So now we're disconnected. I can touch anything with this power wire here and it won't short out the bike. Pull that off. So there we go. Now I want to connect my positive here and run it under here. So to make it beautiful, I'll just take off our coil pack here, so I can run these wires through really nicely. Right, let's open that up. So let's get our wires now to run through. Okay, that's wires all joined up. We can put everything back in. Now you don't have to put your wires through this covering like that. It's just I've got it here and it just makes it look a little bit neater. Okay, I've soldered in my fuse, inline fuse, so let's put this together now. I think I've got just enough length in this wire. So I've got it all back together and taped up and nice and neat, and I've changed over the fuse here to a yellow fuse which is 20 amp to match our wire which is also 20 amp. So I know that the fuse will blow if it shorts out before our wire is damaged. So let's get our multimeter now. Just make sure we've got power here before we put it all back together. So there's my multimeter. It's just on volts. I can stick these two pins in either one. It doesn't matter because it's a closed circuit. So I can just put that in there and it should read at least 12 volts. Oh look, there we go. 12.94, nearly 13 volts. Great. I'll show you. I can change these pins over. It works exactly the same. Now, if I want to find out which one is positive, it's the same thing again. I can put this red pin, which is positive in any hole. With my negative, I can just touch it on the ground here. So there's no power coming through. I'll do the other one. There we go. So I know this side is positive and this side is negative. So let's put the bike all back together and I'll show you how my system works. Back together. Let me show you how it works. We simply open up our seat here like we're going to fill up our gasoline tank. Our cable is in here. So now I connect this up to my battery charger. So here's the other end of the cable I've made. I've simply put my red for my positive and I've used yellow for earth because I didn't have a black cable. So, and on the end, I just put a spade here, and I've also put the female end on the other side here. And I've just made the same thing up on the cable. You can put any connector you want to connect this up to your battery charger. It doesn't really matter. Plug this in. It'll only go in one way. So I'm not going to make a mistake. All connected up. Let me plug our battery charger in. And there we have it. It's all charging. I can go down here on this battery charger. I can get percentage here. And I can go down here where the max amperage I can charge is 10 amps. So you can see I'm 90% charged. And I'm just going to charge my battery up. I don't need to take my seat off. I don't need to do anything. It's a quick, easy way to charge your battery without pulling all your seat off every time. Well, I hope showing you how to make one of these external battery chargers is helpful. Thanks for watching. Always remember, drive like you know each other, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
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 Yes.
Arigato.
Yes.